Hey everyone, Okanagan Outdoors here, and today we're going to be talking about my Possibles pouch. So first off, it's just a 9 by 5 inch center zip pouch, just generic. I got this a while back, but I don't think they make them anymore. But first off, you see I just have a carabiner that's super handy to have, just around camp or pulling stuff. You can use it as a pulley, but you open it up and it's kind of disorganized in here, but I'll show you mainly in categories what I have. So first, I got some rope in different hanks here. I like to have them in 6-foot hanks, and it's hold on here. It is a system. You can connect them together and use them for different lengths and tasks around camp. And here's some more. And in my other video, you saw I like to have these knots cards just for refreshing your knots. And here's another one. And on the topic of cordage, I have some bank line here around a old credit card or hotel key card. I just cut it up like a windlass here and with a notch. And bank line, I like having chunk of this just for making stuff around camp or fixing stuff. This is more of an expendable cord because it's smaller and you don't really need 550 cord for doing stuff around camp. Here I have some boot laces. I don't see a lot of people carrying this. This is an indispensable tool because if you cut your boot laces, you're not going anywhere. And if you've ever tried using paracord, it does not work that well, despite what people say. And so next in here we can go over fire starter. So I have cotton balls and Vaseline. It's a staple in a film canister. These film canisters, you can get them on Amazon. They're super handy for all sorts of stuff. Next here I got a lighter, small Bic lighter, just with some duct tape wrapped around it. So duct tape can be used for repairing other stuff or extending your fire that you start with your Bic. Good fire starter to have. And then on the topic of fire starting, I have just a simple fire steel. This is an Exotac. I mean, just good to have. Don't use it all that often, but when I do, nice to have. Here's some more paracord, just in little 6-foot hanks. Next, electronics. I just have a Nightcore backup headlamp. I usually carry a main one, and if that dies or whatever, or I forget to bring it, this is always with me. So this, you have just a normal white and then a red. Next, I got a 3500 power bank just with a USB-C, so the headlamp takes C, my phone takes C, and this isn't a whole lot, but it's to save you when you're SOL and just your battery's low, you need to make a call or what have you. And this, as you can see, it's starting to get dark here. So this is an Olight small, they call it the I1R2 Pro. And this is just a little neck light. So I'll keep this around my neck when I'm out during the day. And as it starts to get dark out, and then eventually dark, you can just twist it like this. For low, that's 5 lumens. And then high is about 180. And that's more than enough for in camp for just finding small stuff. And that's pretty easy on the eyes when it's dark out and your eyes adjust. So this is, I don't see a lot of people do this, but this is a must. And you can also attach like a lighter or other stuff to this, and then it's always around your neck. And keep in mind too, I have other stuff on my body, but this is just in the bag at all times. And then extra batteries, you don't need 4 for my headlamp. I only need 3, so just to keep it lighter. And this is the main headlamp that's not in this bag, that's in my backpack. Next, I don't see a lot of people do this either, but this is ballast stall lubricant. So this is just in a old eyedropper, and this is just for maintaining tools or your firearms. And then it has some electrical tape, so you can tape up wounds, or what I use it for is over the muzzle of your firearm to keep dirt and moisture out of it. Bile salt I prefer too, because it's natural, and so you can use it on your hands and you don't have to wash it off. Next, these are quick and dirty sharpeners. So you have a carbide bit here and a ceramic bit, and these are great for quickly dressing up your animal, or dressing up your knife when you're butchering animals and whatnot in the field. Next, I just have some Blistex. I find Blistex the only stuff that works on your lips when you're out in the field and not drinking a lot of water. And you can also use on your fingertips, but I'll show you something else for fingertips for when they crack out and you're out in the field. But around here I have some Leuco tape, and Leuco tape's great for blisters, but I don't find it works out well when it's wrapped around for a while, because it tends to get sticky on the side you don't want it sticky, and then it sticks to your sock. But it's good to have regardless. This is Glycomed. I find this is the only good stuff that works on your hands, and it's just a small enough size that, you know, I can carry around and I don't even notice it. Next, flagging tape is good for when you're out here on a scout and you're just blazing a new trail and you want to find your way back, or you're hunting and you got an animal and you just want to quickly flag where your blind is so you can reference to where the animal went to where you are. And I actually used these the other day on my little white mountain hike. These are just aqua tabs. You just add 1 per liter for clean water, or 2 if it's sort of murky, and just wait 30 minutes and it's kind of foolproof. But make sure you keep it in a Ziploc bag, because for whatever reason this is paper that they store it in, and if you let it sit for too long, the tabs will actually absorb the moisture in the air through the paper, and then they won't be good. Ask me how I know. I got a whistle here, good to have for signaling, or if you're injured or whatnot. Just can't yell for that long if you're in a bad situation. Then I have earplugs here for sleeping, or you're shooting or whatever. Just good to have earplugs. And then finally, I have a spork here. Looking back, I'd probably just get a normal spoon, a long-handled spoon. I don't find the slots on the fork very handy. But that's it. Oh, and some safety pins. These are good for holding material together if you break anything in the field, or you know, you got a blister, need to pop it quick, or you got a splinter. Safety pins are just great to have. And that is it. If you're curious about the pouch, it's called a Phantom X pouch. They don't make them anymore, but I'm sure you could find them on eBay or something like that. But this is why I got the pouch in the first place. So if you enjoyed that, make sure you subscribe, like the video, and comment on something you think I should add or take out and what have you. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.